Hey there, everyone. What is going on? As always, I'm Bobathan, and welcome back to another episode of the Cold Takes podcast. As always, I'm joined by Zach and the newly minted Smeekwol with a nice, fresh haircut.
New brand.
How are you guys both doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
Didn't do much today. Same as always.
I'm good.
How's your week been? You guys have a good week? Anything big happen?
No.
It's tough here because where we live, even just the province as a whole, is in complete lockdown, so there's not much to do. But we got lots to talk about. We got the NBA, which hopefully they both have stuff to talk about because I couldn't tell you what happened in the NBA this week. And then, as well as the NBA, we have the UFC card to talk about last night, which might be one of the greatest UFC cards of all time. And then we'll get to Zach's takes. We'll talk about some entertainment stuff, and then that's the show. So let's start with the NBA. I'll hand it over to Smeekwol. You can lead, my friend.
All right, NBA, what happened this week? Great question. Anybody know?
I have a topic, but it has nothing to do with what happened this week. I was just going to ask you guys, is Steph Curry the greatest point guard ever?
Ooh.
Ever? Yeah.
Ever. Yeah? Better than Magic?
Yeah. Considering Magic played against plumbers. Not hard to be better than him.
Toxic.
Also, guess what? Steph Curry didn't catch AIDS. So there's a one-up for him.
Smeekwol's trying to get canceled. Oh, Smeekwol. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Why?
You know what? Smeekwol was a beat, or not Smeekwol.
I'm not editing that out.
Editor.
Royce spamming final cut button.
Yeah. Roy's editing this week's podcast.
Yeah, I'll get a text. Hey, here's the clips. You might notice a scene missing, but I can't believe he said that. I don't know enough about basketball, but I know Steph's currently the greatest point guard in our generation. So,
Kyle Lowry, but
yeah, I mean,
other than that,
I said greatest, not thickest. So there's that. All I know is the Raptors lost to the Knicks after Smeekwol spent all season dogging on me for picking the Raptors and for picking the Knicks in our picks. He spent all season.
Knicks are on a 9-win streak too.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Raptors died halfway through the season. They had 90 people not playing.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Which kind of ruined their season.
But they had everybody against the Knicks though, so
yeah. At this point, we want to lose.
I mean, we're still in contention though for a playoff spot.
Yeah, we are. Well, we can get in
that
play-in.
Yeah, the play-in. Right now, 12th, and we're 2 losses behind the Wizards, who are on a 7-win streak.
It's been a joke of a year. No, that's all I've
got. So one thing I read when I looked up biggest stories in the NBA this week, Zion is the fastest to 2,000 points since Michael Jordan. That's crazy. He earns a spot alongside Hall of Famer Rick Barry and Elgin Baylor.
Rick Barry, the GOAT. Granny shots.
Facts.
All day.
So, Zach, now that we're talking, I know you said you had... Oh, your question was about Steph. Talking about this week, we can talk about what you wanted. You were dogging the other day in our chat. Tell me about this ESPN Marvel NBA telecast.
Oh, I don't even remember. There's ESPN and Marvel are teaming up for a broadcast. Something it just sounds dumb. I don't know. I didn't even really read into it.
That's fair.
I completely forgot about that. I think I might have written it down on my topics. No, I didn't.
Oh, that's fine. But I have the worst memory, and there's LeBron. Let's talk about LeBron being banned from a bar in Cleveland until the NBA expels LeBron from the league.
Yeah, I mean,
What does this owner think he's achieving? I'm
yeah.
willing to bet there's still a lot of people in Cleveland that support LeBron, especially with the building of the high school he's building, or what I
He's
think it's a
already
high
built
school.
the I Promise
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
It's
Like,
built. Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of
I think it's
people in
elementary though.
there's going
I
to be
think
a
it
lot
might
of
be
people
like it
in,
might be like elementary through or something, but I don't know.
that's fair. Cleveland still supports LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how this guy thought his bar, or him banning LeBron from his bar, is going to win him any favors.
I mean,
I'm-
he got some good media attention.
Yeah,
He
for
did.
sure. I still
But-
don't know what his bar is called though. So
No.
no.
It's true.
Also, who are you really going to Cleveland? If it's even in Cleveland, I just saw that it was in Ohio. Are
who goes
you
to Ohio anyways? Come
are
on.
you really going to go to Ohio just to go to a bar that LeBron's banned in?
Man,
only
I don't know.
person I
I was
know
reading the replies to like LeBron's reply, and people hate him, man. Like
Yeah,
people go
people hate
out of their
him.
way to leave ridiculous replies. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say the only person I see going is Skip Bayless because he can't get off LeBron's dick.
Skip Bayless has made a whole career off of hating LeBron.
Exactly,
Low-key, he
so-
loves him.
Yeah, Skip
LeBron
Bayless is
helped
only where
Skip
he
get a
is
bag,
because
so,
of
yeah.
because of LeBron. So
I mean,
no,
he's
but
a hard
that's
worker and stuff too, but yeah.
that's the only reason I see anyone going there, and it's because Skip Bayless can't get over his obsession with LeBron. But like, how do you think that's gonna leverage the NBA to expel LeBron, the greatest player, arguably the greatest player of all time?
Yeah, I don't know if that was actually his real goal. I think he just wanted to do it, and then like,
Get the media attention.
yeah, like come
Mhm.
on, I don't understand. Like, I mean, LeBron responded, so he won.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Yeah, it's just a ridiculous point. Like LeBron was going there anyways.
Yeah. But well, I like LeBron's
Dude-
response. Yeah, I'm
this
on my
dude's
way to get a drink there and
shitty-ass
watch the
ball.
game now.
Probably got like peanut shells all over the floor. This fucking stingy ass dirty bar.
Also, LeBron's probably in LA. Why the fuck does he care about your bar in Ohio, where he probably visits once a year, other than games?
He still got houses there for sure.
Yeah, but you think he's actually who's actively going and saying, "Oh, I have a mansion in LA. Let's go spend some time in Cleveland, Ohio."
Maybe he's got business
Yeah,
ventures
he
up there. Who knows?
Wants to hang out with MGK.
Maybe he's gonna buy that bar.
Watch him buy the bar. Just
That would be sick. And just close it down immediately.
yeah.
Build one of his pizza places there. What's his pizza place? Blaze or something? Blaze Pizza?
LeBron
That'd be
has a
Oh,
pizza
yeah.
place?
That would be a huge power move from LeBron, actually. He should do that.
Yeah, he'd get so much hate though.
Yeah, he would. I mean, the guy gets a payday. If the guy's willing to sell it, he's willing to sell it. Hey? Or just
Yeah.
buy the building and become the guy's like landlord.
If I'm being
hike
honest,
rent up.
this Blade pizza does not look good.
Blaze, I think it's called, not Blade.
Blaze, sorry, yes, it
Blaze,
does
yeah.
not look good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're just a LeBron hater.
Yeah,
No, I like
facts.
LeBron.
No. He said his
Nah,
pizza
we're-
doesn't look good.
You hate him.
Yeah,
You're obviously a Michael Jordan stan.
yeah.
I mean, this berry salad looks good on their front page.
I thought the pizza didn't look good though. The hot off the press pizza. But Roy, do you have anything else actually basketball to talk? So we're not sitting here
LeBron's pizza
discussing
place.
LeBron's pizza place.
Anthony Edwards is running away with the
I
Rookie
just
of the
read that.
Year.
I just read that. Yeah, I mean, do we think if LaMelo was playing more this season? Of
Well,
course
you
he's
just
injured.
ruined one of my takes. You just ruined
Oh.
one of my takes.
Oh,
It's all
damn.
good.
I,
Now we're
th-
down to 5. Now
I
we're
think
down
it
to
would
5.
be close between them because Anthony
I think if
Edwards is playing
LaMelo
really good now.
Yeah, like if LaMelo comes back and he plays at the same level he was, he didn't miss that much time. I think he should still get the Rookie of the Year because Edwards was like okay at the start of the year, but now he's
Yeah.
playing really well.
Mhm.
But LaMelo's been great all season, so I don't know. Like I'd give it to LaMelo.
Edwards
But
is on.
it
Good.
depends. It just depends on when LaMelo comes back. Like if he comes back like like with 4 games left, then there's no point. Like I'd give it to Edwards.
Does LaMelo? Oh, now I don't. Oh, sorry. Anthony Edwards is on the Timberwolves, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think Edwards' potential that's currently showing is enough to possibly keep Cat around come contract year for Cat?
No.
Or do you think there's not enough there?
No, Cat's got to leave. Cat's got to leave. I don't know. Like, if anything's keeping them there, it's like D'Lo, and maybe they convince D-Book or someone to come over with them.
When is D-Book's contract year?
It was a couple years ago, so he signed a supermax. But yeah, I don't see like that wouldn't be enough for me if I was Karl Anthony Towns. Like, he just needs to get out of there. It's a terrible franchise.
Mhm.
I mean, new owners coming in.
That's fair.
He's got 3 more years on his contract. So
D-Book or Cat?
Cat.
Yeah, he's got to force his way out.
So yeah. Or yeah.
Get out of there.
See how they do. Do you see the tweet from the Timberwolves at the beginning of the season? What was it? You know when you do like the lowercase, uppercase letters? It was that, and they're like, Timberwolves are bad this season, and they tweeted it like that. And now they are one of the worst teams.
Terrible,
To be fair, though, they have been injured the entire year. Like, they haven't had...
Yeah. But they're just consistently bad.
That was for last year's season.
Was it?
Yeah, it was November 14th, 2019.
Oh, everybody's tweeting about it now.
Yeah, so... But it's funny.
I mean, they were just as bad last year.
Yeah, they were awful last year.
I don't know, Someone take their team away from them. Send them to Seattle.
At least they aren't as bad as the Rockets.
I mean the Rockets were also gutted.
Yeah, I mean, they got John Wall. Figure it out.
Yeah, they got rid of all their players.
It's their own fault.
Now he has no backup. Just Wall and Christian Wood, who I believe is injured.
No.
Is he back now?
He's been playing. He's been playing. Actually, he didn't play last game. He plays like a few games and then stops playing. But I don't think he played it yesterday.
They've got no reason to play anyone worth it if they're going to be injured.
I lied. He did play.
Jesus Christ, Roy! Give us some facts.
He's been playing. He's been playing for the past few weeks.
Everyone's clicking off right now.
John Wall is the one that takes a day off and then plays sometimes. Everybody in the season or in the league does that though.
Giannis played well yesterday, apparently.
He always plays well.
Yeah, that's like such a mundane comment. Giannis played well.
Well, it says Giannis has a big day as Bucks trounce 76ers. But it's not telling me his stat line. It just tells me how many points he has.
I'm kind of mad about the 76ers because I picked them twice this week, and both games they had like nobody. They had no Embiid and no Simmons last game, and the game before that they had no Tobias and no Ben.
Oh, here's something we could talk about. Embiid says he's for sure the MVP. Embiid said that this week.
And Curry said that too.
Yeah, Curry said that as well. I think there's a huge argument for Curry. I picked him for MVP, obviously. But I think like if his team wasn't so dog, then like sure, like and they could get like 7th, or if they could get like 4th maybe, then like he probably would be the MVP favorite. But his team's terrible, and to me that just proves that he's the MVP because he's the only reason they're even close to a playoff spot.
Exactly, because last year they in the league, worst team in the league.
So I don't know. He's definitely the most valuable player to his team. Like, if you take Embiid off the 76ers and they've got Ben Simmons, they still got Tobias Harris. They still got a pretty good team. Like they're still a top 5 team in the East. You take Curry off and they're dead last.
Mm-hmm. But then, if you take in the record, I guess like Embiid and Jokic are both playing amazing. They actually have the same record, except the 76ers are 2nd in the East and the Nuggets are 4th in the West.
Yeah, I think they asked Jokic too, like on what his take was about Embiid saying he's for sure the MVP, and Jokic was just like, "I'm just happy big men are in the conversation."
I love it.
Just give the dude the MVP. Jokic
Yeah.
is a monster. But
I don't know. I mean, if Embiid hadn't got hurt, he's the MVP. I agree.
he didn't miss that long though, Embiid. How long did he miss? Like
He
a couple
seems
weeks?
to keep being
Maybe a month?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
seems to keep being out. But you got to remember though, a couple weeks and even a month in this season is a lot more than a regular season.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's always hurt too. He's never played a full season in his career, Embiid.
That's crazy. I mean, that just shows that. I mean, I guess basketball players get a lot of flack, but that just goes to show you how much their body really does take. Like
He's been injured since before the NBA. Like he was injured in college too.
Yeah.
He missed the whole season, like half the season in college too. He's just always injured.
God.
I mean, the guy's huge.
Yeah, he's huge, and the way he plays is not great when you're that big. It's like very physical and he runs a lot.
You got to play with like Jokic. He's kind of
walk
down the court, put up some crazy
is like
shots.
the slowest jog I've ever seen. Too. It's brutal.
And then the shots, it looks like he's not trying, and they just all go in.
He's good. I think Jokic deserves the MVP, but if not him, Curry. Embiid pisses me off. Play the whole season, and then you can have the Embiid's definitely one of the most talented players in the NBA, but God, he pisses me off. Just play.
Zach, what pisses you off more? Embiid not playing a full season or air fryers?
Air fryers. Just because the marketing is a lie. It's a lie. We don't have to get into this again, but
I just cooked some potatoes with my air fryer 2 days ago.
Yeah,
delicious.
I bet it was great. Yeah.
No, see,
ovens tend to cook pretty well, I'd say.
No, my air fryer is a little different than most. You don't set the temperature or anything. You just put it on, and it's good to go. It's really it cooks.
It's still just an oven.
It cooks quicker than an oven though.
Yeah, because it's smaller. So the heat, it gets hotter quicker.
Exactly. Cook.
Yeah, but it still cooks the same way.
It cooks quicker than my microwave oven.
Your microwave oven? Your microwave?
No, the microwave oven. Toaster oven.
Oh, yeah, those are two. The toaster oven is also just a small.
Yeah.
So those are the same thing. Toaster ovens and air fryers. But your air fryer probably gets hotter than your toaster oven does.
Exactly. And that's why it's better.
That's just the quality of appliance. Your toaster oven probably isn't as high quality. We don't need to get into this.
My air fryer was free. It's really old. It's definitely not a new model. You can't buy it in the stores anymore.
Listen, they cook it the same way. It circulates heat to make it hot. That's how it works.
I just wanted to get Zach going. He does it to me too often. I wanted to do it.
I'm triggered. The marketing.
Yeah, we should just have a fight about it, a boxing match to settle.
Honestly, we could probably put on a better event than that Triller event.
For sure.
But what we can't beat is last night's UFC event, which is a perfect segue into talking about it. Let's start off with the prelims. I didn't watch most of them.
Throughout this entire bit, we'll have Tanner edit just the kick.
Oh.
And it'll just replay over and over as we're talking.
Oh, yeah. Do we just have both? The kick and then the other dude stepping back on his foot?
Oh, yeah.
So, the prelims, okay, let's get this straight. The prelims, the undercard, and the main card were all phenomenal. All across the board, everyone said they were great. Roy watched the prelims and the undercard because we took people in FanDuel. Check out Smeagol's FanDuel video for more information on that. And we then started to watch the main card. The last fight of the undercard was really good. I caught that with Smeagol. Don't remember who it was. It was two people on the undercard. But then we hop into the first fight, and it was Smith versus
Crute.
And about 3 minutes into the first round, Crute takes a kick right to the ankle or the leg, and his ankle just goes limp. And to his credit, he scored 2 takedowns with that limp ankle and continued to fight.
Yeah, that was one of the toughest things I've ever seen.
It was his knee. It was his knee. They said that got messed up.
Yeah.
And like his his whole leg went numb.
Yeah, he must have hit like a nerve or something like that. Just made his leg just go done.
So he finished the round, which was nuts. Like Zach said,
he won the rest of the round too. It's not
one of the toughest things we've ever seen. But I do agree with the call with the doctor stoppage.
For sure.
He was walking on it, but the only reason he was walking on it was pure adrenaline.
He wasn't putting any. He wasn't even putting weight on it though.
So if and the other guy didn't want the fight to continue. Smith. I know.
He won.
He won, but B, you don't ever really want to see your opponent get permanently injured or have even injured to that extent. Yes, you're going out there to kick the shit out of each other, but the reason why you tap or the ref stops you in an armbar or something, because you don't actually want to break their bone, like their arm or their leg. So I understand where he's coming from. Yes, he had won the fight, but it was still like a sign of respect. But it was a good fight for the whole first round. Funnily enough, I had watched Mortal Kombat just before we watched UFC, and I said to Smeekwell that I wanted to see a fatality in UFC, and he was laughing at me. And then we get on to the next fight. Chris Weidman versus... I don't remember who Weidman fought.
Uriah Hall.
Oh, Uriah Hall.
Uriah, that's how you say it.
Uriah.
The fight...
Isn't that like urine? Isn't that like...
The fight didn't last 15 seconds. And
yeah,
not because... It. Yeah, Zach missed it.
I went to go do something. I came back, and it was...
So
you guys are like, you missed it. I was like, what?
The fight didn't last 15 seconds because of a cool knockout or anything, or a quick submission. Chris Weidman threw one kick and absolutely shattered his leg. Destroyed it. It was probably one of the grossest things I've ever seen. He just... You heard him scream, you watched him go down, and...
Let's put it on the screen.
I'm not putting it on the screen. I will be editing it, and I will not be putting it on the screen because
the people want to see it.
You can see it on UFC's official YouTube channel.
I just looked at the photos. Ooh. It like bends all the way around his leg.
Yeah. So that fight ended immediately. Uriah Hall won by... Is it even a TKO win?
I think they gave him a TKO.
Even though he didn't throw a single punch or kick.
Well, he couldn't go on. Yeah. So
but his, like Zach said, his leg literally wrapped around Uriah Hall's leg, and even after the fight, Uriah Hall probably sat there for like 5. I'm not looking at that, Zach. 5-10 minutes.
Put it on the screen.
On the ground, shocked. The first thing Uriah Hall did was make sure he was okay, and then he was shocked, clearly. It's probably the craziest thing I've witnessed live. And yeah, it was just...
Those leg kicks, man, that's what could happen. That you're either paying major dividends for later in the fight for yourself, or that's what you risk. You miss and you go shin on shin. It's a freak unfortunate accident, but
it's crazy because if you think back, when Silva shattered his leg, it was on Chris Weidman.
Was it? Oh, true.
Which is crazy that he then did this.
Yeah, literally the exact same.
The exact same kick, the exact same bend, everything. It was almost identical. They talked about that on the fight last night. Because they showed the replay about 9 times before I think everyone realized it was time to stop showing the replay for a little bit.
You think he comes back from this or what?
I think he retires. If he didn't win this fight, I thought he was retiring.
Yeah, because he's been doing this for a while.
Yeah,
I mean, and even when Silva broke his leg and he came back, he was not really the same. Because it's kind of like, that's a bad injury. Like, I don't know.
that also puts the fear in your head.
I keep looking at it.
Every time you throw a kick.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, is it going to
dubbed
happen
my
again?
toe the other day, and I was scared walking around that house. Bro, I'm scared of everything in general. If that happened to me,
yeah, it's so tough to be in that position. I couldn't imagine. Knock on wood, I've only broken my arms and nothing below the waist, and I'm terrified of breaking my legs one day.
that would be tough.
Let's move on to the next fight. It was Valentina. I can't ever pronounce
Shevchenko
versus someone I honestly have only know because Rose fought her. I don't remember her name. And Valentina controlled the whole fight. Won mid-second round with a submission, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Or did she not? It was a submission.
Was it? Yeah, I'm pretty
I believe
sure.
so. I could have sworn she won by submission.
Oh no! She knocked her out. Remember, she was feeding her elbos.
Yes.
Yeah. Elbows and punches.
She had her in the submission for the longest time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The other girl had no chance stepping in.
No.
After like 2 minutes, she was probably just like, "Fuck, how do I get out of this?" Like that's what I would have been thinking.
She sat on the ground and ate punches for probably 45 seconds to a minute, and then I believe the ref finally stopped it.
Yeah, no.
But there wasn't a single bad card on the fight. Like the Weidman fight didn't happen, so that's probably the low point of the night. But I think for the main card matches, this one was probably the lowest point of the night. It wasn't bad. It was a phenomenal fight, but I think it was probably the least crazy and like the most
competition
predictable.
Was not high.
No, and that moves us on to come in. Go ahead. That moves us on to the strawweight title fight with I can't pronounce her Weili Zhang. Is that how it's pronounced?
Wiley Zhang.
Weili Zhang fought Rose Namajunas, one of my favorite fighters in the UFC, and Rose dummied her. The fight lasted a minute and 18 seconds. Rose came out on fire and then just caught her with one of the most brutal kicks to the face I've ever seen.
Head kicks are scary too.
Zhang fell back and she just hammer fisted her face.
Which is crazy that's allowed to happen. If someone's out, they're out, bro.
Yeah.
Well, and the best part is she wanted to keep fighting after the bell. Right away, she shoved the ref away, which I mean I understand she won't get fined or anything for like that, but shoved the ref out of the way, was losing it in the ring. Her corner was losing it, and then they showed the replay. The second the kick landed, she was unconscious.
Yeah, she didn't know what happened. She didn't know she got kicked in the head when she got up. I think
she then hit the ground. That woke her up a little, and then the hammer fist put her right back out because she stood up and fell over.
Yeah, no,
I saw all over Twitter people were saying, "Oh, this was rigged for Rose. That was an early stoppage. Rose killed her. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it."
People need to realize, like, if there's knockouts, head kick knockouts are different. When you get kicked in the head, sometimes you're not the same. Look at Ronda Rousey. She got kicked in the head by Holly Holmes, and she was never the same.
She's still not. Yeah, she never recovered.
There's one thing to get knocked out, but head kicks are different. They're a different breed of being knocked out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When you get kicked in the head like that,
she was out cold the second. The ref shouldn't have even let Rose hammer fist.
No.
And then that would have been an early stoppage. But, I mean, I would have agreed with that one, too. But then you let her lay on the hammer fist. No one can argue that it was an early stoppage.
No.
She was limp.
The hammer fist needs to stop in the UFC. That shit is nuts. If someone gets knocked out, they're knocked out. Like, you can't let the guy get on top and start wailing on someone who's knocked out.
And we talked about this last week.
It happens every card. Someone gets knocked out and just starts getting leveled for a good 30 seconds.
We talked about this last week when we were talking about Askren getting knocked out in the 8 count in boxing. Mm-hmm. And we get it. UFC, you go until you're dead. You're dead. You go until you are no longer breathing, and then you get recovered. That is, as long as there's breath left in you, most of the time they're going to let you fight. but not when you're knocked the fuck out like that. The ref made the right decision. People online are probably just salty they lost money betting on the wrong person. The fight went how it went. Rose won. Rose is the better fighter at the end of the night. So,
yeah.
That was probably my favorite fight of the card. I like Rose, big Rose fan. But then we have to get to the best fight of the night, and it was Masvidal Usman. And Zach and I actually both thought this was going to be a boring fight because we just thought Usman was going to wrestle him to death the whole fight.
I knew Usman was going to win. I did not think he was going to come out with that striking ability.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
The first round was a great first round. Just heavy hitting. Masvidal threw good. I thought Masvidal caught him a couple times. Usman just ate punches. Then they worked on the ground for a little bit. Masvidal eventually got up. And I thought Masvidal was in a better position when he got up in the whole first half of the fight. And then Masvidal also started to get a little cocky. He started to do the whole hands behind the back thing, saying, hit me with one. Usman missed one. Masvidal laughed. They finished the round off like that. Then the second round starts. They're about a minute in. Usman misses a punch. Masvidal does it again. Takes a step back and just eats a kick from Usman. Probably one of the best kicks I've ever seen. Knocks him to the ground, and to Zach's displeasure, hammer fist to the face.
He didn't kick him. He socked him right in the face with his hand. He punched him in the face. To knock him out?
Punch. Yeah.
It was a punch.
I could have sworn he kicked him.
It was a punch. No, it was a punch.
Oh.
He dragged the fist down and bang.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, knocked him the fuck out.
I mean, it was a crazy fight. When I was after the first round, I was like, Usman's trying to knock him out. He's trying to stand up with him and fight him. I was like, which is crazy. Masvidal's a great boxer in terms of UFC. I was like, this does not favor Usman at all. Masvidal wants this to be stand up the whole time, and he started getting cocky because he knew that Usman wanted to stand up fight him, and Usman fucking leveled him.
Oh my god,
that was one of the cleanest shots I've ever seen.
I sent the picture.
He
one
was
of the best pictures ever taken from a fight. I'm gonna put that in the video, not the leg.
No, put both. Did you delete the other one I sent?
I did delete the leg photo, so I didn't have to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the cleanest punches I've ever seen in the UFC. It was picture perfect, fundamentally perfect. Dragged his fist down, clocked him. He went limp. You saw his whole body go stiff as soon as he hit him. And then he hammer fisted the crap out of him while he was on the ground, too. I was like, oh my god,
well,
please.
I can't stand Masvidal. I cannot. But when Usman stood up and just started going, Jorge, fuck you, and just screaming at him while flipping him off was probably one of the funniest things I've seen at the end of a UFC fight. That is up there with Conor saying, I have to apologize to absolutely fucking no one. So that's up there with that.
If Usman is really able to develop his striking the way we've seen, if he keeps getting better at that, he's going to be the scariest dude in the world. He's already maybe the scariest dude in the world, maybe Francis Ngannou, but John Jones too. But John Jones is just better than everyone at fighting. He's not really like a terrifying dude to get in the ring with.
But, it goes welterweight, light heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
And what is Usman?
Welterweight.
Usman, sorry, not Usman. What is Ngannou?
He's a heavyweight.
That's a lot of weight to climb.
They're also they're best friends too.
Oh, Usman and him?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to figure out a way to fight then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
Usman's a big welterweight. He's a big welterweight, but that's a big jump. And
I know what I'm saying is maybe Ngannou gets down to light heavyweight and Usman meets him at light heavyweight. And they fight under a light. That way they're both fighting in a different weight class. And I just think it would be the two of the best fighters in the world currently fighting. That'd be dope.
I'd like to see Usman go up against the light heavyweight champion. What's his name?
He fights next card. Light heavyweight.
Oh, what's his name again? Jan Black.
Yeah.
The guy that Israel Adesanya just fought and lost.
Yeah. I mean, Adesanya shouldn't have taken that fight.
He's too small for a
Yeah,
light heavyweight
yeah.
fight.
But no, Roy, were you glad you watched it last night?
Oh yeah, it was great.
That's
Yeah.
what you want to see in fight. You want to see knockouts and stuff like that. That's what.
That's probably like the highlights from this event are gonna get Dana more views on future events. This was a hell of a promotional night, especially with fans back for the first time.
Yeah, that was crazy. The event, like that was like watching a real event again. Like that was different. Like with all the fans and everything, it was cool to see. I don't know how safe it is, but it was cool. It was cool to watch.
So, but the highlight of the night is the clip I sent from Keemstar, our favorite here, of Jake Paul and Daniel Cormier getting into it in the crowd and going at it. Dana White tore them apart. Dana White says the Ben Askren, Logan or Jake Paul fight numbers are wrong and they leaked incorrect numbers and that they are full of shit.
I don't know. I think everyone watched it. Whether they bought it is another question.
Mhm.
Well, buys are all that matters.
I mean,
Buys are all
it
that
is
matters,
hard to
yes.
believe that many people would spend what
Spend
$60
Yeah.
on
And that's
Jake
$60
Paul.
American. So any
Yeah.
Canadian that watched it, anyone in the UK would have paid more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but yeah,
isn't the UK pound worth more? than
yeah,
the
it is
US
worth
dollar?
more. It is
Yeah.
pound
little bit
and euros are
Yeah.
worth more.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone in Canada would have paid close to
Yeah.
85 bucks.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing else to do that night. So a lot of people watched the fight. Pretty much almost everyone I talked to watched the fight. Whether those were all pirated or paid honest paid for services, I don't know. But
Yeah, we totally paid for ours.
we did.
Yeah. The quality of our stream could tell you we paid for it. But no, I just think Dana says a lot of crazy things. I'm not the biggest Dana White fan.
I hate
But
him.
I don't think Dana White's gonna come out here and I don't think Dana's gonna call out Jake with the pay-per-view buys numbers being wrong without having evidence to prove they're wrong.
Yeah.
And so what I think is
I think he would.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm
Listen,
gonna
Dana's
say
the best promoter in sports. Like he's the best at promoting a fight, but he is the worst convener. Like he needs to hire someone else to be convener of the UFC. He is terrible at being like upfront,
unbiased. Yeah.
yeah, unbiased, upfront, and just like a good convener. He's just not good at the job. Like look at the way Dana White acts versus like Adam Silver or Gary Bettman of the NHL.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't act like
Oh
a
no.
convener.
They're professional. I'm looking at pictures of it. One of them, Dana's in a suit. The other two, he's in a gray T-shirt.
Yeah.
But no, here's my thing. I'm willing to bet Dana asked Ben, hey, how much you get for pay-per-view buys? You get this much. I can figure it out through that number. So yeah. I think that it could be that the numbers are wrong. I also just think it's hilarious that Jake showed up, posted a TikTok about wanting to piss off MMA fans, and then the whole crowd chanted "fuck Jake Paul" the whole night. All they're doing is feeding to his ego.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing something right. He's in their heads. Like, it's clearly working.
He is working the same level as a classic wrestling heel, and he is making money to show it.
Yeah.
He is doing everything right now, and he's the problem child. They don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, if there's someone that knows pay-per-view buys and fight promotion stuff, it's Dana White. So if he says it's that they lied about it, I believe him. But whatever Jake Paul's doing is working.
Yes.
So keep doing it.
Do you guys think Jake ever steps in the octagon? Do you think there's enough?
Not under UFC. Dana White would never let that happen.
See, that's where I disagree.
Dana's already said that they're never.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
He said there's no way. That's
because I think Jake would be dumb enough to take an MMA fight. I feel like Jake would ask.
I don't think
I
he
think
would.
Jake would ask for a year to train, and I think Jake would take an MMA fight.
I think Logan could do decent in a. Apparently, Logan's a very good wrestler,
and he's huge. He's
a big dude.
Yeah, he is a national.
But we're
wrestler,
talking about
He was one of the best in his state.
Yeah, but we're talking about pro MMA fighters here, so
Yeah.
I mean, he's in great shape too, Logan. So I mean, who knows? But
I like
think,
Logan
didn't they
a lot more than
originally
Jake now, so.
didn't they originally like want to go into UFC? Like originally they didn't want to fight KSI in boxing or something, right? Didn't they want to do UFC?
No, at first they didn't want to do anything. Like when KSI called them out, they're like, "No, why don't you fight my dad or something?" And Jake Paul's like, "Violence isn't the answer. I'm not going to fight anybody." And then, I mean,
That's jokes.
Look at him now.
I'd love to see Greg Paul step in the ring. That weirdo. Oh my god!
Did we talk about this last week? I think you sent it in the chat this week. Jake Paul called out Canelo.
Yes.
Did we talk about that last week?
Maybe. And either way, Canelo kills him. Canelo actually
would murder him.
Yeah, like Jake could actually die in the ring if he fought Canelo, and Canelo wanted to hurt him.
Do you think Jake would take it if Canelo said yes?
No, he wouldn't. He would get hurt. No one in their right mind, no boxing coach, no parent would honestly let him take that fight because he could get hurt. Floyd is a different thing because Floyd doesn't try and hurt people, and he's 40 years old. Yeah. He's like 43 years old, and Canelo doesn't try to hurt people, but Canelo is insanely strong, insanely talented, the best boxer in the world in his prime. It's different, yeah.
So it wasn't confirmed last time I recorded, but Floyd versus Logan is confirmed for June 5th.
Yeah.
Through Showtime and not Triller.
Heck yeah.
Thank God. It is on the same night as the
Teofimo Lopez?
Yes, fight.
On Triller.
Which is on Triller. So you're not even going to get to see half.
But it's an actual boxing card, so I think it'll be like a normal.
Yeah,
card.
I just think the camera work's still going to be off.
Yeah, that's all they got. They got to improve that. And
honestly, if they fix the camera work alone, like the card was stupid for Jake, but even in the actual fights, you could barely see the fight because they were like inside the middle rope, and I'm like, what is this shot? You have wrestling, you have boxing, you have all this stuff you could look back on how to film this, and you chose to film it from the middle rope.
I know a lot of like boxing cards, like they have like these new in-ring cameras that like rotate around.
Yeah,
I think they just set them up wrong because they were outside of the ring. Like it was weird.
Yeah, it was just awful camera work. But Logan Floyd will be real interesting. We were talking about this the other day. I want to see if I won't be able to get on that site. It requires a subscription. You on it?
No, I was gonna say I'm going to bet on a Logan first round knockout for the odds.
What is it?
I don't know. They got to be pretty high.
They got to be fucking like a million to one.
Logan to win is 9-1.
Oh damn.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. So
they're definitely betting on Floyd not taking it seriously at all.
Yeah. That's all that's currently out.
True. Yeah.
But
I just don't understand why Floyd takes this fight. I get it's a bag, but like, what does this do for him if he wins? Besides, he gets money. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, Floyd's always been about taking low risk fights, getting big money. Like he fights people out of their prime, before their primes and stuff. But like this one just makes no sense to me.
I'm just trying to see if I can find. Yes, okay, this is what I was looking for. Mayweather will have to be 160 pounds or lighter. Logan has to be 190 or lighter. That is a big weight difference, and the height difference is pretty big too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Logan walks around at a lot heavier than 190 though. So that's a big cut to make.
Yeah, I think he said he's like 210 or something normally.
This has Logan weighing in at. Oh, they didn't even post his weight when he fought last.
All right.
Yeah.
They did. They
They did a
had
whole
to.
weigh in, yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole.
It's just not on Wikipedia.
Oh,
Like under his boxing like stuff, it's height, no weight. But Logan's also 6'2". Floyd's 5'8".
Yeah, I mean it's.
Is there realistically a chance of Logan winning?
I don't think so, but I mean anything's possible. So
hey, give me those 1 in a million
Look,
odds. First round
everything
knockout.
in life
I'll
is
take it.
50-50, right, Roy?
Exactly. Either happens or it doesn't.
Do you want to
50-50.
take Logan, Roy? I'll
Not-
give you 5-1 odds.
Why would I do that when I can get better odds online?
Yeah, I know you're gonna give him 5-1. I mean, hey, throw $10 down. Why not?
Minimum
You
of
lose-
a $500 bet.
Yeah.
Minimum 500.
Yeah. Yeah, but this Floyd Logan thing, I don't think there's a chance, man.
Nah, yeah.
If Logan wins, boxing's rigged. I've come to that conclusion. If Logan is the first person to ever beat Floyd Mayweather, I have officially come to the conclusion that
But
boxing is.
they would have to pay Floyd so much to throw the match.
I don't think there's a number figure that they can afford that Floyd would
Nah.
take.
They're gonna have
throw
to.
the match.
They're gonna have to go to the judges, bribe the judges if they want.
I mean, okay, look,
Oh, true.
Logan could knock Floyd out hypothetically. He has the height and weight. Like he has
He's
the
not
advantage.
getting anywhere near Floyd. He's
But
not.
one uppercut.
We're talking about hundreds. We're talking about boxers way more skilled with way
I'm
more
not-
knockout power than Logan Paul has ever even dreamed of having.
Well, yeah, Canelo shot.
Not
Canelo
not
fought
even coming close to hurting Floyd, let alone knocking him out.
Man,
So,
I just.
Logan is not getting anywhere near Floyd.
Do you think Floyd knocks Logan out?
I think if he wanted to, he might be able to.
I think he could do it pretty easily though, because Logan's not that good at boxing.
No, I mean, look, KSI stunned Logan a couple times. He knocked him down once, which didn't get scored as a knockdown. But if you watch the video, he caught him behind the ear and dropped him. I mean, if KSI can knock you down, KSI,
Yeah.
what makes you think you have any semblance of a chance
I don't
against
know.
I mean-
Floyd Mayweather?
Why did you put this
KSI
number?
is such an unathletic person. Like, you ever
I
see
think-
that man run?
Yeah, no.
It hurts. It hurts to watch.
He works hard. He's got something deep in him that pushed him through that boxing fight.
Yeah.
But when you watched him box, you're like, this guy has no idea what he's doing in the ring. He has no idea. He's just throwing bombs, overhead bombs.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked. It worked. But yeah, no.
I don't know. Crazier things have happened, man. And if Logan wins by decision, then it's rigged. But if Logan somehow knocks Floyd out, like Roy said, there's not enough money in the world, I think,
Mhm.
for Floyd to lose his first ever fight to Logan Paul. I
Well, it
mean,
wouldn't even count as a professional loss, so.
I know,
But it would definitely sully Floyd Mayweather's legacy. I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
might. Right now, I think Floyd's one of the best boxers of all time, if not
Yeah.
the best.
He's in the conversation. He's among the greats. I wouldn't say he's the GOAT.
And if he loses to Logan, I think he's no longer even in the conversation. You don't lose to a YouTube boxer who's had 2 fights against an English fuck who can't even run. So, I don't think I don't see.
An English fuck, eh? Listen,
Yes.
England is dominating the boxing scene right now. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, the
Oh,
two best
I was gonna say-
heavyweights in
yeah.
the world, are both from the UK.
Oh, speaking of those, I think we talked about it last week because we talked about him calling him out. the official word on Jake versus Fury's brother has come out. I think I sent it in here. Oh, no, we were talking about it during the fight last night. Fury's brother said he will take the fight as long as Jake splits all the revenue 50-50.
Which
we all said there's no
happen.
chance that happens. And I think this would be the first real fighter Jake fought. Yeah, Fury's brother doesn't have the best record. Fury's opponents don't have the best record. But...
And he also retired to go on Love Island.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you got Tyson Fury training you...
I mean, I'm sure he can box, too, because, like, when your first professional fights, you're never fighting anyone great.
No.
Right? So... Usually, he was probably like being built up to be a star, so they gave him a few.
You're also
matches to start off,
fighting guys that have been fighting longer than Jake, even in those beginning matches.
Exactly. Like I have no doubt in my mind that those dudes that were 1-12 would starch Jake.
Mm-hmm.
So, like those dudes probably have 200 amateur fights under their belt, plus 14 professional actual boxing fights. So.
Facts. Just need.
I don't know.
Jake's just gotta fight KSI.
So, in looking this up, I don't know a lot about boxing, but I know who Joshua and Tyson Fury are, the two of the best fighters in the world. The proposed site fee for the Fury Joshua.
I was just going to talk about that. I have it on my phone. Yeah.
Is $150 million. With each fighter netting $75 million each. Holy shit.
Jeez.
Now, do we think... Well, the site fee's this big because it's in Saudi Arabia, which enough problems there already. But do we think that the site fee and the uprising in boxing again is all trickles back down to our boys Jake and Lo? You think they brought it back to the forefront of media, or do you think that this was always going to be the case?
No chance.
It was McGregor and Floyd that brought it up.
I think so too.
Every couple of years, there's a big touted boxing fight. It was Floyd Pacquiao finally. Then it was Floyd McGregor. Then Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Everyone watched that fight too. Whenever there's a big fight, everyone watches it. Everyone watches it. It's just the way boxing's set up is that it's so hard to get those fights to happen.
Yeah.
Because there's a million different promotions. There's a million there's like 3 world heavyweight title belts, right? I mean. Fury holds 2 of them now, and Joshua has the other one. Because they made that fight, everyone's gonna watch it.
So has Fury fought Joshua? Do you know?
No, he hasn't.
No. Okay.
No.
So, how good is Joshua's record? I don't know much about it.
I think he's lost 1 fight to what's his name? Why am I thinking? Is it Ruiz?
Oh yeah, you lost the first to Ruiz.
To Andy Ruiz Jr. Yeah. And it was like a big deal.
You make your prediction now, Zach. Who's winning that fight?
Ooh.
I'm going with Fury. Yes.
Yeah. I gotta go with Fury too.
I love Fury.
I think if Tyson Fury wants to, he can make it a boring fight, slip all of Joshua's punches, and win on the cards.
That's one we're watching, right?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And we can watch it on DAZN. We don't have to watch it on Triller.
Is it a DAZN fight?
Probably. They pick up all the fights.
I know Joshua might have a contract with DAZN, so it could be a DAZN fight.
Oh man, for once we get a good.
Yes.
His last fight was on DAZN, so I think it was, anyways.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I think him and Canelo both have DAZN.
Perfect. And Canelo fights again soon. We can watch that. I just think, I know for me, I like Fury, and if there's any reason I'm going to watch boxing, it has nothing to do with them launching a resurgence. If anything, it's from Fury showing up in the sport, not sport, depending on what you call it, in WWE for a bit. Fury was in WWE for about 6 months, And that's how I learned
That's
about.
not why most people watch the fight.
No. I'm saying that's how I learned about Fury, though. I didn't know who he was until then. So I'm interested to see him because he showed up somewhere that I watch, and I got to learn about him. And I think that boxing is starting to show up more in pop culture and in areas where you're going to get more people to watch him. Or you'll get a celebrity like Tom Brady who will go to a boxing match, and then the next one someone's going to watch and be like, oh, if Tom's so interested in this, let me look at it. So
boxing is heavily reliant on their superstars, on individuals being great. What the problem is that their individual, who was clearly the best in the world, was Floyd, and Floyd didn't want to fight anyone. That was like
good.
He could potentially like get hurt from, because his whole thing was wait till they're out of their prime or before their prime, whatever, make a bunch of money, like with getting the least damage possible, so I can still walk and talk at the end of my life, which is smart for him, but not great for the sport.
He can walk and talk, but he can't read.
He can pay people to read for him. He's set.
Yeah. So, no, I think that's enough combat sports. Unless either of you had anything to add.
No.
Okay, Zach, it's your turn. Take it away.
All right, on to my takes. I only have like 5 now because Tanner ruined one of them earlier. But no.
Sorry, I know I saw it.
Okay, first one. Steph Curry is the best offensive player in the NBA.
Sure. Offensive, yeah, I would say so. I mean, he's definitely not known for his defense.
No. I mean,
and
there's definitely other arguments to be made. You could say James Harden or KD.
Yeah.
Because there's aspects of Steph's game. He's not the most complete offensive player by any means. He can't do back to the basket. I mean, like, there's people that are better than him at other things, but his shooting makes him so much better than everyone else that he doesn't need to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
you're trying to guard him, he just runs around and turns around and hits a 3, or he fakes it and then goes to the rim for an easy layup. Like, he's clearly unstoppable. For me, he's the best offensive player.
Yeah, because if you can hit a 3, that's the best shot you can take.
So
exactly, yeah.
I know some of the awards in the NBA, but is Offensive Player of the Year one? Because I know Defensive Player of the Year is.
No.
So
usually that would probably just go to the MVP.
MVP.
I assume they would take everything into account for the MVP and then do the award for both.
They do, but usually if you're like a goated defensive player, like, and you're not gonna win MVP. Like,
oh, true. So like, does Kawhi have an MVP?
No.
But he should.
Like, Rudy Gobert would never have an MVP, and he's one of the best defensive players in the league. Like, so.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, the best offensive player is probably going to win the MVP.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My next take is they need to stop making live action adaptations of
facts.
movies.
They always suck.
I don't care. Like, I still haven't
Mortal
watched...
Kombat included.
No. Stop.
Any video game, any cartoon, any like old...
Okay, well, that I disagree with. I don't mind video games becoming movies.
No, they're never good.
I'm fine with video games. Movies, as long as they're made right. Lots of times, they make them awful and they suck. But
like the Full Metal live action, the Kakegurui live action, the
Death
Avatar, Death Note.
That's
the only Death Note I've ever watched. It's live action.
It's terrible, dude. Watch the actual anime, and it'll make you cry at how bad the live action is. And they're coming up with a second one, which makes me even sadder because they're gonna make it.
I think the best example for Zach got us onto movies. We'll tell onto anime and video games, but I'll get back to movies in a second. But they're working on the new Avatar live action, The Last Airbender for.
Yeah, I'm sure
Netflix.
It's gonna be terrible.
Well, the original writers of the anime were on
it's not an anime; it's a cartoon. But yeah,
it's an anime.
It's not. It's an American cartoon.
But they were on.
It's like Family Guy's an anime.
It is, and I've said this 100 times to you. And
I mean, technically, anime just means animated. So if you were to show them Family Guy in Japan, they would be like, "Oh, it's an anime." But like, here it's like,
Yeah, here it's a cartoon.
yeah, here it's a cartoon. So yeah.
But the original writers and everything were on this Netflix project. Everyone was hyped, and then they left due to creative differences. So I give that no hope. And if you can't work well with the source material and the original like writers and everything, I don't even think you should attempt to do it. But you got all these greedy companies that try.
I disagree with that. I mean, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining is one of the best movies around, and Stephen King hates it. So
that's fair. I just think they're messing so much up, but they know they're gonna make the money because people are gonna want to watch it to see if it's good, and then they already have your money. But the one that bothers me the most is they made my favorite Disney movie a live action. I've only seen the trailers, but they made Aladdin live action, and I have no intention of ever watching it.
I will one day, but
there's nothing that will make it better or anywhere near the original. So I am more than content never watching it, and it didn't need to be done. Disney just needs to stop with their live actions.
I mean, they're gonna make money from it. Listen, some of them may turn out okay. Like The Jungle Book was good. I really liked the Jungle
Book.
But at the same time, it's just the same. I don't want to watch the same movie a million times. Or the same show. Like, I'll just watch that show. Like, I don't need a live action adaptation of the same story. Like, just stop.
They should start doing it the other way around. Live action and start animated stuff.
Yeah, put it into, or like just make them into TV shows. It's so much better. Yeah, like
honestly, just get rid of movies. Make everything TV shows.
Plus,
actually, I really like movies.
Animated. I do love movies. Yeah,
it's nice because it's just like 2 hours and then you're done, and then it's
unless it's Justice League and then it's 6 hours.
Oh, thank you. I wrote it down, but I forgot about it. Now that you bring up Justice League, Endgame is looking to get re-released at a 6-hour cut.
Yeah.
Oh my god. 6 hours?
No chance I'm watching that. 6 hours.
I will watch all 6 hours.
I won't. That's crazy.
How long is the movie normally?
3 and something. Yeah,
it's 3 on the dot.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's not that bad. It felt a lot longer than 3 hours. It felt fucking like 5 hours.
I mean, you also were hating on it the whole time, so that makes sense.
It was so bad.
Right in the chair beside me.
Let's just go watch.
Yeah, I don't like
just
long.
Go back to and watch the same 4 movies.
I really don't. I don't like really long movies. Like I like
the best movie time is around an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I like 210, 220 is fine with me.
Especially in the theater when you're eating popcorn and you gotta take a big shit. Sitting around for like an hour.
You've drank your whole drink and your mouth is so dry. You're just sitting there like, oh.
Yeah, that's rough.
I mean, I don't mind a long movie, but it has to be really good to keep me watching it.
Mm-hmm. Because as soon as you get a little bored, then you really notice the time. Yeah.
That's why I haven't watched The Irishman yet. I want to, but it's way too long.
Yeah.
I heard it's a little boring. And I don't want to hate it, but I also don't
really
want
like mafia movies anyways. And then it's just. No. Yeah, I don't know, but I'll go on to my next take. Mangoes are overrated.
I like mango juice. And it's artificial.
I like mango juice and dried mangoes. But,
okay, I'm just talking about a straight up mango.
Like I don't.
Fruit one.
I think I've had one. I've had one once.
Oh my god, that's wild. I mean, they're just so much work to eat. That's why I don't like them. Like the peeling is a pain in the ass because like it just makes a mess. I don't know how to explain.
Maybe I haven't had a mango.
I mean, there's 2 different types of mangoes. There's the Ataulfo ones, which are like the little yellow ones, and then there's like the big ones. But
our resident produce guy.
But I don't know. They're just too much work. They're too much work. There might be more types of mangoes. To be fair, I don't know.
There's probably quite a few. But then don't eat them.
I do like mango juice though. So I mean, they taste good. They're a lot of work. Yeah.
I guess really any juice is good.
Yeah.
With how much other
It's just
stuff
flat
they
pop.
put in it.
That's all it is. It's just
Yeah.
flat pop.
True.
I think we've talked about that before. It's just flat pop.
I don't think we
Yeah.
have, because I've never heard that before, and I don't like how accurate it is.
Yeah, it's just
You're
just
right.
flat pop. It's just yeah. Which can we talk about? Drinking. Everyone used to roast like, oh, flat pop is disgusting. I can't drink it. It's not carbonated. To me, it tastes the exact same. Just doesn't. It's just not
No, it
carbonated
definitely
anymore.
tastes
I
different.
agree it tastes roughly the same, but there's no carbonation.
It's a whole nother feel.
Well,
It
yeah, the
feels
texture,
different.
the
It's
feel is
all
different.
it's
but
all
it
about the
tastes the
feeling.
exact
It's
same.
all about the feeling when you drink a pop, especially when you
See,
don't
I'm the
drink it
opposite.
for a while.
I don't like it when it's like super carbonated. It freaking
I agree
like
with
stings my mouth when I take a sip. God.
Yeah.
But no, I don't
Yeah,
know.
if you don't like, if I don't drink pop for a while and I have some, it almost makes you like cry.
It
Right?
makes
It's
my
like carbonation
and it like makes my teeth all like grit. I don't know. You ever feel that when
yeah,
you drink a
yeah,
pop? Your
yeah,
teeth
yeah.
feel like grindy. Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't understand how often Justin drank pop, because I hate that feeling. And Coke does it so.
Yeah, Coke is like the
drinking a Coke,
worst for it.
that's all it does. Yeah.
I haven't had a pop in a while, but yeah. Okay. Next take. If LeBron wins the title this year, he's the GOAT. With all the great
Yes.
teams, with all the great teams in the league, the West is stacked. If he gets out of the West, that's insane. And if he goes up against Brooklyn and beats them, I don't want to hear it anymore. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, I think it'll solidify him up there. Yeah,
Especially if he wins Finals MVP, done. It's done.
yeah, everybody that is huge on Jordan's got to at least, you know,
Yeah,
look
give him
at
something.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, okay, but here's my thing: is it still huge on Jordan, or is it huge on hating LeBron?
It's both. It's both. I mean,
Yeah.
Jordan was great,
And
and I
listen,
think Go ahead.
Jordan had to take 2 years off.
Exactly.
And he said he would not survive in the social media age.
Oh no, no chance, no
He
chance.
took
Yeah, I feel like
everything too personally.
Yeah.
The stuff he would say and stuff.
I mean, I don't know. Like people love Jordan, and like he's probably the only player that'll be unanimously in his time considered the GOAT. Like there'll never be a player now that goes in the league and everyone will agree that he's the GOAT. Like Jordan will probably be the only time that happens from now on.
Sure.
But I don't know. Like everyone hates LeBron so much for no reason. Like he's made like 2 mistakes in his whole career. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he hasn't done anything.
Leaving
bad.
Cleveland.
leaving Cleveland the way he did was kind of weird. Like you didn't have to do a whole press conference around it. I mean,
The decision.
the decision.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I mean, he raised a lot of money for like a children's hospital or something, but it was still like weird.
Who did he tell again?
Wasn't it Stephen A?
I just remember getting the commercials for weeks for TSN's The Decision.
And then the whole China thing last year was kind of bad. Like I don't think he fully knew what he was talking about. So, but yeah. Other than that, I mean, he's been pretty.
It literally has
stand-up guy.
Its own Wikipedia page.
What, the decision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a 30-minute event. It doesn't say. They didn't tell the Cavs until minutes before the event started.
I think he hadn't decided until like minutes before he said.
This said he informed Pat Riley that James was coming, and they knew he was coming.
Imagine he just like changed it last second.
And said, imagine he changed it last second and went somewhere no one expected. I'm actually going to the Knicks. Just out of the blue.
I think they were in contention, weren't they? Because they had Carmelo and stuff. I know it was like Bulls, Heat,
I just picked them
Cavs, and like Knicks or something. But
trash team 76ers would have been awful then.
I'm going to the Pistons.
The Pistons.
Yeah. No.
You don't know who was good and bad back then. See?
I know the Celtics were good.
They were.
The original Big Three.
That's true. Look at you.
I can name 2 of them.
Go.
Paul Pierce,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Garnett.
Ray Allen.
I didn't know the third.
And the fourth, who was the best, Rajon Rondo.
Okay, I thought Rondo was there.
He was like young though. He was like a second-year player.
Fair. No. We can hop on to your next take though.
It's my last one. Wine gums are disgusting.
Okay, no. I've had enough of these.
Wine
They're
gums.
disgusting.
Let me get a
love wine
refresher
gums.
on these.
And
They're like those little gummies that like are wine flavored. They taste disgusting.
Oh,
they don't actually taste like wine.
No, they taste nothing like wine, but they're also gross.
But
I think they're good.
Yeah, and the casino.
This is my sword to die on.
The
Screw this
casino
fryer.
sold them in giant bags, but we got our 50% off discount. So I would just buy them each shift and just snack on them throughout the night.
A whole giant bag.
It was like this big. It was one of those ones like, you know, when you would go to like a corner
No, because I
store.
would never buy wine gums in my life because they're disgusting.
You know when you go to the corner store and there's the one brand that has all the different candies and you can buy 2 for $5 or 3 for $7.50.
Yeah. And you choose wine gums.
I chose wine gums. You choose the marshmallow strawberries.
Just
I usually
stop.
go with
Just stop. You're embarrassing.
Marshmallow strawberries.
Yeah, you know what
The bananas are way better. The bananas.
No, I agree with them. The bananas are better.
And then I go with Hot Lips because I love Hot Lips.
Your choice in candy is all over the place.
I love cinnamon.
That's definitely not what I would choose.
I like cinnamon too, but if I was going to get candy, those are not my choices.
Those are my choices right there.
My go-to is the Swedish fish.
Swedish.
Ooh, I like those.
I go Swedish berries because I don't know, I like the way.
Yeah,
like
those are really good too.
I go fuzzy peaches if it's like a bulk barn or something.
Yeah, fuzzy peaches.
Or sour blasters. Ooh.
The watermelons. I like the watermelons.
Yeah, the watermelons are good.
No.
Yeah, those
about,
are my takes. Wine gums are garbage.
How about what, right?
Bigfoot.
I like big feet.
Bigfoot's okay. I feel like it's like kind of like a bad Swedish fish though.
Yeah,
I feel like if you had cinnamon, they'd be even better.
Oh no.
Yeah,
what's that gum? That cinnamon gum?
The Red Hot.
No,
I know what you're talking about. Red Hot gum.
I don't think it's called that.
Cinnamon.
It's like Dentine, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's Dentine Fire. You're thinking of Big Red Wrigley's maybe, but yeah, Dentine Fire. I remember I used to love them, but they'd hurt.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, those are my takes. Wine gums are disgusting, and I will not hear anything else about that.
Gums are great. But I had a question for you based off of a TikTok I saw. It was for both of you. You guys have one chance. You play in the NBA. You get a full game. You got to score one basket. You win, you make $100 million. You lose, you die. They don't know what you're trying to do. You can't tell anyone on your team. No one knows. That's your scenario. Do you think you can? And it was at playoff intensity.
How many minutes do I get?
As many as you want.
I think I can get one bucket. I could score one fast break point.
Playoff intensity.
I think, I'm going to cherry pick.
You're going to take that offer?
Yeah. $100 million or I die, win-win.
Win-win.
My line. I was hoping you asked me that, and then I said win-win.
No, but I think I could get a bucket. Come on. I could get a bucket. One bucket. If I play the whole game, maybe I take a little rest to get my energy back if I don't have a bucket by then.
And it depends what team, too.
Yeah.
Because
if I'm playing the Pistons, I'm dropping 30.
Listen, even if you stand in the corner, they're going to start leaving you open when you miss your first 10 shots.
Exactly.
And you're going to hit one eventually. Hopefully.
They're going to give me mid-range shots like it's candy to a baby. Like I'm going to be cashing those. I'm going to miss the first 10. They're going to be like, all right, just let them shoot. And I'm just going to keep calling for it.
I think in a game, if it was like a one-on-one, it would be harder.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, if it was one-on-one with anyone, no chance. I'm not getting a bucket.
But yeah, I saw a TikTok. They both said absolutely not. They said they wouldn't attempt it. They said that there is no way in a playoff intensity game that you are scoring.
Well, they obviously value their lives. No, I'm kidding. No, but I think I could get a bucket.
I'm fucking awful at basketball, and I'd still take the risk.
Get rich or die trying.
I don't think you're getting a bucket.
I will do what you guys did: cherry pick and sit down.
I've seen you play. You can't hit layups either.
Yeah.
If I'm standing still under the basket, I can hit it.
I don't know. I've seen you play.
I've seen you play too.
I can hit
like
it.
I'm not a shooter, but I'm a better shooter than you.
Well, yeah, but you guys are talking hitting threes. I'm saying I'm right under the basket, get a nice long bomb.
Yeah,
right in.
I watched you miss like 20 layups in around the world.
I'm hitting one eventually.
You're not getting 20 wide open layups in a game, though. I'm saying I could maybe get 1 or 2 and I'd hit them. You're not getting 20 wide open layups.
I'd probably dunk on LeBron.
Yeah, me too. I'd probably throw it off the backboard and windmill that.
Yeah.
Maybe put
and
it through
then
my leg.
You get his position on the Lakers now.
Listen, if you offered me, I could probably beat Zion in a dunk contest. So, like.
But you couldn't beat Anthony. You couldn't beat Zach LaVine.
No, easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
Fair.
I can dunk from the 3-point line. So.
3-point line, Zach.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Do you have any topics, Zachary?
Well, yeah, I do. Give me 1 second. I do. Yeah, okay. Here we go. First one. How I Met Your Father show with Hilary Duff is being developed.
I was gonna bring it up earlier, and I'm like, Zach probably has this as his take. I thought you were gonna have it as a take.
No, I'm sure it's gonna be terrible though. But
and say it wasn't gonna be necessary. And like
apparently it's gonna be not very similar to the original.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, good for Hilary Duff picking up a job after everything that happened with the Lizzie McGuire reboot. And I'm glad for her.
What, did it get canceled?
Yeah, because they didn't want to do it anything like I think they wanted to focus on her kid, and she's like, no, I want to do an adult Lizzie McGuire, and they wouldn't have it.
You think they would have discussed that before?
Well, I think that's what they told her to get her in.
And
then once she's on board, someone leaks it to the press a little. They drum up the hype. Hey, everyone's already hyped for it. You're already here. Let's just do it. But after she backed out, it died because you can't do it without her, in my opinion. And now there's this, and I have less than no interest in that. I mean, How I Met Your Mother was one of my favorite shows for a very long time. And everyone, you can shit on the ending all you want. You can shit on the show. I still enjoyed it. I do not think this spinoff needs to happen. They've already attempted this spinoff once, and I don't think they have to do it again.
I think if it goes on a streaming service that I own, that I have, I will watch it. But if I'm not going out of my way to watch it.
It was originally called How I Met Your Dad.
Roy, what's your opinion? Have you even seen How I Met Your Mother?
Nope.
So no opinion then. Does not care.
How I Met Your Mother is a great first watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched it 9 times. Because like I said,
you watched it 9 times?
Yeah, it was one of my favorite. It was my comfort show for the longest time. I'd watch it twice a year. But
See, I'm not watching no show twice.
Are you telling me you haven't watched The Office again?
No, and I'm never gonna watch it again.
Jeez. I watch I'll watch a show and not pay attention to it multiple times. I'll just put it on and do something else.
Yeah.
See, if I'm doing that, I'll just do something else.
No.
Without the show
at night, I don't know. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't like doing that. I don't like having a show on in the background. I like to either watch it or not.
Oh, once I've seen it, I don't care. But when I'm watching it through for the first time, I prefer to watch it on without doing something else.
All Tanner does is rewatch movies and TV shows he's seen, though. He rarely watches something new.
Hey, I'm watching Haiku right now.
Yeah, but that's a once you usually just rewatch it. For movies, I have to convince you to watch a new movie. I just
watched a bunch of new movies.
Only because I convinced you to.
No, I watched The Breakfast Club. It was awful.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's awful. It's just
It was,
overrated.
yeah, it was not very good. I did not like it. I was
I'm pretty
very
sure I had a
confused.
take earlier on our thing, like way back, saying like it was overrated, and neither of you guys had seen it. So yeah,
I would never watch that again.
I've
There
seen
you
it
go.
like 4 times.
And I
Right.
don't understand the hype. Honestly, if I was sober, I probably would have turned the movie off. But I was not, and I convinced myself I would sit through the whole thing. I actually started playing Mortal Kombat while watching it because I really did not enjoy it.
It's not. It's definitely overrated.
Roy, you said off stream you started John Wick yesterday. You want to talk about that? You like it?
Yeah, great movie.
You gonna watch the rest?
Yeah, of course. Probably watch the second one tonight.
I haven't seen the third one yet, so I gotta watch that eventually. Maybe that's what I watch tonight. Or I can finish White Collar because I only have 5 episodes left. I think.
So good.
I'm finally at the part I haven't seen of White Collar. I'm on season 6.
Great show, Roy. You should watch it.
Yeah, that's a good show for you, Roy.
Okay.
And then I won't talk about it anymore. There's nothing bad to say about the show White Collar. It is so criminally underrated. It never gets talked about. The show was phenomenal.
It's great. It's also just another feel good movie. Like I just like watching it. Like I don't know. I can watch. I've seen that show a bunch of times.
Yeah, Zach gives me a lot of flack for rewatching stuff. But Zach texted me the other day, I'll rewatch White Collar 9 or 10 more times and still enjoy it every time.
Well, because here's the thing. I watched it a good couple of times, and then they completely took it off Netflix for years, and it was nowhere. It wasn't on any streaming services or anything. So if I wanted to watch it, I had to like go watch it illegally or buy like the DVDs. And I was like, I'm not doing either of those things because I don't really like watching stuff illegally. I just hate the sites.
Other than anime.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got to go on F Movies. It is phenomenal, and their subtitle position is so good because when you go on Netflix and say you want to throw on the subtitles, which I love to do. I know a lot of people hate subtitles, but Netflix puts the subtitles in the goddamn middle of the screen pretty much.
They suck.
It's awful. This site puts it in the black bars, which are there for subtitles.
Yeah.
I have actually I've changed my stance on subtitles. I hated subtitles forever, but now that I get high and watch stuff, I sometimes can't understand what they're saying, so I just read it.
No, I love subtitles because I miss so much normally, like when because the movies always they're like really loud and then they get super quiet and
you're stuck turning it up and down and up and down.
Yeah. If I don't need the subtitles, I'll prefer them off. Like if I'm not watching something that's in like a foreign language, or like sometimes I'll watch like British stuff too, and like they talk really fast. And I'm like, fuck. And I'll have to like go back, so I just put the subtitles on for that stuff. So I'm like, all right. But yeah, I prefer them off. But like, I won't not watch something if it's like foreign language. I'll just put the subtitles on.
That I won't do.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I know.
You go and watch.
So what Zach's saying is Zach will watch anime or say Lupin, which is a Netflix exclusive, but it's not American. He watched it subbed, correct?
Lupin? No, I watched it dubbed.
But anime, if it doesn't have a dub out, he will watch the sub. I won't do that.
Yeah, or like Parasite or something like a foreign language movie. I'll just watch it.
Oh, I love foreign stuff. I find them like better than a lot of.
You're missing out on a lot of good stuff if you're not watching foreign movies.
I know how easily I get distracted, and I know that I will look at my phone or something, or look on another monitor, and it will fuck me. I'll miss a key point or something. So I just avoid them. The first movie I'm going to watch and do that is, I think Zach said it, is Parasite. That won all the awards. I still haven't seen it. I still don't know the twist. So I will watch that eventually.
You're missing out on a lot of good movies and TV shows if you're like exclusively watching stuff because it's in English. I feel like.
Yeah, that's fair. And like I said, it's not that I'm not watching it because I dislike the fact that they're in another language or something. It's I know I'm gonna miss something when watching, and so I don't want to have to spend all my time going back, and it'll take me 4 hours to finish a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, that's fair. We went way off track from How I Met Your Father, Hilary
No,
Duff.
we're still on shows. We're good. What is next, Zach?
My next topic was Master of None, the Aziz Ansari show. Season 3 is coming out after season 2 ended in 2017, which is a long time ago.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I've never
For
seen
me, that
it.
doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that it gives us hope for shows that have been gone for a long time that maybe one day they'll come back. If you have a show
True.
So is that your pitch and hope for the Hassan Minaj show?
I don't think anyone's picking that up. Those shows don't really come back. But I'm talking about like TV shows maybe that have gone. Like,
Everything sucks. Everything sucks.
Your whole camera is going like that.
I was scratching my table.
Yeah, I know.
I would love a second season of Everything Sucks. I still to this day would love
or
it.
The Society or something.
The Society.
Roy,
Really you
oh yeah, I did watch that.
Fucking great first season, and
such a twist too. Such a twist, and then they do us dirty. Or cliffhanger, and they do us dirty.
See, here's my thing. I think that actually, unlike Everything Sucks, has potential to come back after COVID.
I don't know. I think she signed on to like other shows and stuff, like the main girl. Like I don't see it coming back.
Yeah, she was also in Blockers, which it took me forever to realize.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think she's pretty like in a lot of stuff. Like
I think that is one show I saw way more than like Twitter had almost 1 million tweets about it when it got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. People wanted it. I think that is a show that could come back after. See, and here's my thing: did they release them from their contracts, or did they say we're not picking it up? Because
I think it's probably if they're not picking it up, they probably get released from their contracts. I'd assume.
So
they just can't do. They just can't work during the times that they're supposed to shoot.
It's kind of like with Coach in New Girl. He did the pilot for New Girl because they did Happy Endings, I think it was. Whatever show he was on, they didn't think it was going to make it past the pilot. So he went and did New Girl, and New Girl was a smash hit right away. So he was going to have to sign the contract for the rest of the season, and then Happy Endings got picked up for a whole season.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm wondering if it's going to be a scenario like that where, say she's on another show, and then all of a sudden, the Society's greenlit again. You got to come back, finish your contractual obligations, and then leave.
Yeah, I doubt it. I'm because Happy Endings.
I just have hope.
I doubt
want the Society back.
It's been like a while too, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully.
Speaking of spin-offs and new shows and everything, NCIS just got another spin-off for NCIS Hawaii. Who is still watching NCIS?
Or like the Law and Orders. Those do numbers. Dick Wolf has made 100 Law and Orders at this point.
Criminal Minds did numbers.
Yeah. Is that a Dick Wolf thing?
Criminal Minds? No, I don't know who it is. I'm just thinking of the shows that are relatively similar.
Ah, true. I feel I mean, I remember I used to watch Law and Order SVU, and it was so good, but I was like too young to be watching it. I was like,
that's fair.
Crazy. Yeah. But I mean, when you're sick at home from school and that's all that's on TV, you watch it.
Oh, the Oscars is happening right now.
Yeah, I didn't know that too until like today. I saw it on TV.
I hope that wins Movie of the Year. Like it has a chance.
There weren't many movies.
Yeah, a lot of stuff got delayed, so.
Mm-hmm.
What is nominated for Movie of the Year? Oh, never mind. Judas and the Black Messiah is gonna win. Nomadland. No, it's not even. It's not nominated. Never mind.
he just was hoping.
Oh no! The trial became the basis for this film, which nabbed 6 nominations, including best. Oh, it's up for best original screenplay.
Very different. Very different.
Best original
screenplay.
So like not based on like a book or something like that.
Yeah,
so Wait, what
Yeah.
Oscars is this? The 93rd?
I just looked up 2021. It says right on the bottom.
93rd. So that has already been awarded to Promising Young Woman.
Oh,
Best original screenplay.
That's sad.
Wait, it doesn't even show him on there.
I just read it on this article.
Tanner, you're a mess. You got to get it together.
From Bay Area, ABC News 7. So.
Local news.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, local news is actually... no, I was going to say sometimes
local news is the backbone of your city.
Local newspapers, local news stations, like, are terrible.
I mean, yeah, John Oliver.
Chocolate cures cancer.
Yeah, the John Oliver segment where he shows us a clip of like 75 different news networks saying the exact same line.
Yeah, because they're all owned by the same people.
Yeah, who own Fox News. But no, Borat was really good. I enjoyed Borat, so I hope it does well.
But yeah,
it's hilarious. I don't know, Roy. Do you remember the movie? Borat?
Yeah, I will. Was that the first? Was that the first time I watched
Second
it?
night. Oh, that we watched it. The movie had just came out while we were there.
Okay, yeah, I remember the whole film though. That was good.
Yeah,
that was good that night.
Yeah, I wasn't sure on where to how to ask that question. But yeah, myself, Roy, and our friends Lawrence and Gibby watched it, and I think we were all crying from how funny it was. It was just he did a great job too, and he entrapped Rudy Giuliani, so that was funny.
Yeah,
something came out like she was terrified to do it, and she had 911 or something on speed dial, like on her phone, ready to go if something went wrong in the room, because she was that scared that Rudy was going to do something.
Jeez. What a good reputation Rudy must have.
And I mean, look at the deleted scenes they release. Like,
no, I haven't watched
even the movie itself was creepy, but then the deleted scenes too. I can't believe they somehow got the right post, like, release that, like, without him suing or anything.
They must have had him sign a media release form before he knew.
That's what we were talking about after we watched the movie. Like, how do you get everyone to do this?
They get them to sign them when they walk in and stuff without telling them what's going on.
Yeah. Well, because I know the babysitter from this movie, which I know you haven't seen, but she said she was so taken aback by everything, had no idea any of it was happening, didn't even know what she signed on for. They found her on Craigslist.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know for a lot of his, like, he did, like, this, we're going to build the biggest mosque in the world in, like, this rural American South town. And he had, like, all the people, he did, like, a little convention, like a public forum kind of, bring it up. And, like, the reactions were crazy. But he basically just had everyone sign media consent forms as they walked in.
Yeah, didn't he convince, like, a senator or something to say the N-word?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had to step down, too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, he convinced one guy to say that, like, they should give guns to toddlers, like one, like, politician.
Roy, what are you researching?
Oh, I'm just looking at all the Oscar stuff.
You were gazing so, like...
He was focused.
A woman won for Best Director.
Oh, good for her.
Who?
Chloe Zhao. Nomadland.
All I know is... Yeah, that's on Netflix, or Disney Plus. Apparently it's very good. Someone tweeted, how do you win an Oscar for a film titled My Octopus Teacher and not have the decency to thank the octopus?
Apparently that movie is good, but it looks so weird. It's on Netflix. I haven't watched it. Is it animated
or?
No, I think it's like a normal movie.
It's a documentary.
Yeah.
No. Any more topics, Zachary?
I have a bunch more, but I'm saying we do 3 and then we call it.
That's fair.
Okay, a Fairly Odd Parents live-action reboot reportedly filming in June.
Oh, I don't like that. How is that going to work, though?
Yeah, which is what sparked my thing for stop doing live actions, because that sounds like a horrible
idea.
How do the SpongeBob? Neither should ever get a live action.
How do the fairies? How is that going to work with live action?
I wonder if
gonna
they're going
be
to get Dwayne The
odd.
Rock Johnson to play
Well,
Jorgen.
And now,
The huge
yeah,
bird.
okay, that would be dope though. You can see Dwayne Johnson with the giant star staff.
I mean,
that
he
would be
basically
dope.
already did in Tooth Fairy.
Exactly. Or get Vin Diesel. That'd work too.
If Vin Diesel was in no movie I watched again, I'd be fine with that.
Hey, The Pacifier is one of the greatest movies ever released. Don't you dare.
I would definitely not agree with that.
So you got a look at the path of this. You have Fairly Odd Parents getting one. Powerpuff Girls is currently being filmed. Is SpongeBob next? Do you think they have the balls?
No. They've already done
It would be
in that one episode where they came out of the water.
And the movie. They're on David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, but they're still animated.
They're still animated.
Yeah.
Imagine they did like a CGI one, like real life version. It would be so creepy.
Yeah.
Patrick.
With
Squidward?
Oh yeah.
Just have like human eyes and mouths on.
Oh, so like the shitty TikToks you see of people doing that?
Or what if it's just like the annoying orange?
Yeah.
Like that.
There's a sponge and then a...
Oh man. I would hate that so much. Okay. For another one, Spider-Man movies will be allowed to stream on Disney Plus with a new deal as they've made a deal with Sony.
There you go. How did Netflix agree to that?
I think it was part of their deal before they made the deal with Netflix to get.
That's what I thought too. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's going to exclude all SpongeBob movies or Spider-Man movies.
I think they might still get them too, but they're also going to be on Disney Plus.
Oh well.
Yeah. Or it could be the other way around. It could be
are they already on Disney Plus now?
Yeah, some of them are, I believe. Yeah.
Well, no, Spider-Man wasn't at all because when I did
Into the Spider-Verse, I'm pretty sure is on Netflix, isn't it?
It was, and then they said they were taking it off, and now it might be back.
Yeah.
It is Sony, so.
I don't think that one will count towards the.
No, I don't either. MCU I don't know
Spider-Man
if they decide that it's a part of the MCU and they work out a deal with Sony. Because
it's not part of the MCU though. Like Marvel had no part of the production and stuff like that.
They didn't with Venom, and now they're saying they're going to bring Venom in.
They might have had something to do with that production. I don't know.
But Into the Spider-Verse is
it's also an animated movie versus a live action MCU verse. I don't know why they would bridge that.
Well, so here's my thought process is that you're going to see Miles in the new Spider-Man coming out with all the other Spider-Men. That there's gonna be if they're doing different timelines, I feel like they're gonna find a way to fit Miles in.
Yeah, but it won't be like Shameik Moore who voices.
No, it will. Well, exactly. That's what I was wondering.
They'll be different universes for sure. I don't see why they would bridge an animated and a live action film together.
Aren't some of the new shows that are part of the universe animated though too? I'm pretty sure they are.
What shows?
I don't. They have a whole list of shows coming out all under the MCU title. It doesn't matter right now. No, but Into the Spider-Verse is on Netflix. I know we said we're gonna just do 2 more of yours. I have one to wrap everything up because it's about wrapping up, and the You season 3 filming just wrapped up, which I kind of forgot this show existed, but I am so excited for season 3.
No, You was a good show, yeah.
Have you watched it, Roy?
Season 2 with Chris D'Elia made it a little creepier afterwards, but yeah.
I watched some of season 2 because
that's it.
My sister or my mom was watching it, so I was watching it. But it was good with what I watched. I didn't really know what was going on because I never watched any of it before.
The first season. It's pretty crazy.
The whole show's good. I feel very uncomfortable while watching that show, and that is the point of the show.
Yeah.
It does a very good job. It is an uncomfortable feeling watching that show, but it is just so good. The twists, the everything, just great.
Penn Badgley does a very good job of playing.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, like it's creepy how good he is at it. Especially like if you've ever seen like Gossip Girl, he's like the main guy and he's like the nice guy. But like, yeah, it's a weird watching him in this. But
It's
yeah.
also creepy how they convinced Chris D'Elia to do that, and now
It came out
it
afterwards.
came out
Yeah.
that it's true.
I
Yo,
mean,
what if that was all a ploy from the
spoilers for
director?
Roy. No, imagine he knew about it and he put him in for that reason.
Yeah,
That would be fucked up. That would be super fucked up. I hope that's not the case.
I hope it is the case, and that it outed him. That's what I'm saying.
He could have just called the cops or outed him.
That too.
He didn't have to give him a bunch of money to do a TV show. Why would you?
I don't know. I just think something sinister.
Oh yeah, but you said something sinister, and then you said you hoped it was the case. Like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I hope it was all a setup.
Oh,
A sting operation. The police helped. They got no money.
I mean, he hasn't gone to jail or anything. So
No, I know he should be, but
I mean, I don't think what he did a crime? Wasn't it just he waited for people to turn 18 or something? I don't know. I don't really know what he did. I know it was something creepy though.
Yeah, I don't think it was any actual crime.
Sexual assault.
Oh, I thought it was just like waiting till a girl turned like 18 or something. I don't know.
Sexual improprieties.
I thought he was accused of like grooming or something. And is that a legitimate, like, is that enshrined under law? It's obviously should be, but I don't know.
It was clear I was in high school. I had 16th birthday pictures of me at the football game, and the Leah message.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up.
Speaking of that, you see EDP?
Yes, that's crazy.
I've never seen someone so guilty in my life.
Yeah. He literally he caught him red-handed, and then he just admitted everything. Usually like when people get caught, they like deny it, but he was just like, yeah.
I think he thought that like if he was just honest with them that they wouldn't call the cops. I don't know why he would think that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously he's an awful person and should go to jail. Without said, but I just don't. This is why he should have just shut up, but I'm glad he didn't, and now he can go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, how don't they understand this is gonna get back? Like, this is gonna catch up to them. Like, just be a fucking semi-decent human being.
I mean, the thing is, he got caught for it a few times before as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's how, because they went after him because they knew he was known.
Yeah, didn't he say this was like in the video? Like, I haven't watched the whole video, but I'm pretty sure in the video he says like he's done it like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah,
he admits to it.
Yeah, like the fuck. What the fuck?
Honestly, too, like, his stuff was funny, but it wasn't good.
I didn't know he had, like, an actual YouTube channel or anything. I just saw, like, clips of him screaming online. Like, I've never...
Yeah, like, I saw the memes of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I didn't know who he was. Like, I didn't know his name until, like, a year
you and I were talking about him, like, as that guy, though. We didn't know his name.
Yeah. Until, like, maybe, like, 6 months. Until maybe he got exposed the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, this is probably where we're going to wrap up.
Yeah.
I know that I'm good. Anything you guys have to add? Roy, do you have a fact?
No.
No fact this week.
No fact.
Roy will be back with a fact next week.
I'll be back with 2.
2 facts.
He better.
Watch them be like, my channel has this many subs and my name is Roy. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to us ramble on, talking about one thing and somehow end up at another. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you guys check out Smeagol's channel. If you haven't already, check out all of his sponsorships. Go do all that. Support the boy. We all know you're here because of him. So please check him out and have a wonderful day.
Peace.
Toodaloo.